Hi and welcome to another video from www.gameclubtabletop.co.uk. It's Duncan here again. Today it's not an unboxing as such, this is a copy of Agricola Family Edition that we have at home. I'm just going to do a quick what's in the box rather than an unboxing, but essentially it'll amount to a similar sort of thing. I'll just put this down while I get the lid off. So this is the Family Edition of Agricola. So if you not familiar with it, Agricola is a big, crunchy worker placement game with cards as well, card management and drafting and stuff within the game. So it's quite big. If, however, you're looking to play with kids, you may love Agricola, but think it's a bit much for your kids early on, then this is a great version. It essentially takes the cards out and uses a board to kind of summarize a lot of the gameplay from Agricola. So if you like Agricola already and you're not playing that, it's probably not the game for you. Hence why it's called Family Edition. So I'll get all the stuff out of the box and I'll talk about the various parts of it, so that we can try and do it in a way that makes some sense. There is a lot in the box, and I think we've got this on at about somewhere between 13 and 15 pounds on the website, so you can see you get quite a lot for your money. It's a very good value game, this, and it's a really great gateway game. So if you haven't played many board games, you haven't done much worker placement, this is a really nice introduction. So you've got the playing board, which comes with like jigsaw piece end, which you can see here is marked to show you how many players, and this can be played if you like solo games, or can be played solo, but it's not a full-on mode. There won't be an opponent. You're just kind of attempting to beat your top score. So you've got 1 player, 2 player, 3 player, and 4 player. So you choose the number for how many players there are. So if we said 2, and then we put that down, we connect it up to the board, and you can see you've got a full board. Now, essentially what I was saying with the board is, in the full Agricola, you find these cards will be placed out certain times which free up these actions and lets them start happening. In the board, we have a turn marker, which I won't obviously be able to lay my hand on now. There it is. So you have a turn marker, the little grey thing there, and that moves through the board, marking each turn, and wherever you have a harvest, where you have to be able to feed your workers, is shown there. And as you go around, the different numbers, I'll pick you up a second. So round 2, you can start to do these different actions. By round 5, you can make another worker. Start to get pigs, cows, and then buy these buildings. So that brings us to one of the things you get in here, and that's the little building tiles. So the aim of the game, I should really say, is to build a farm. You're going to start off with a farm. Yeah, I think they're here. You get a 2-room farm. Oh, come on. So I shouldn't have picked the camera up now. I need to go inside. Start off with a 2-room farm like this. And the aim is to upgrade it. I can't remember which way it goes in this, whether it goes from clay to wood. Essentially you have to upgrade it, and then it's worth points to you. You can add extra rooms, which you need to do initially. If you want more workers, you can have 1 worker in each room. So you start with 2 workers and you can keep adding rooms. And like I say, then you can upgrade it. The more rooms, the more points, as long as you've upgraded. If you're still on the basic button. Okay. What else can you do? You scream. I hear you scream, yeah. Well, you can plant crops, and you get a bag of crops. Put one of these. You need to get these as if they were seeds. And then you need to get yourself a field. Plough your field. And once you've done that, then you can put crops in. And again, you put 1 in. When it gets to hot, and then you'll get 3. So you put 1 in, you get an extra 2 added. So then you can use that to make food. Again, a big part of this is feeding your workers. The workers are in here, so you get some nice brightly coloured meeples to represent your workers. And you'll use them to to put on the action you want them to do. So if you want to collect that wood, you put your man there. He takes the wood, he brings it back. You can then use that wood in your next turn to do something else. This will get you flax, this gets you clay. That lets you pick one of whatever you need. Buy a field, plough a field, plant your corn, buy the corn, get a sheep, get some food. First turn marker plus a food. Wood down here. Like I say, these are for buying the buildings. Here you can buy a field and plant it in one go, which is quite quick. Near the end, try and score some extra points. And then these ones are special buildings that essentially let you turn spare resources into points for towards the end of the game. Up here again, this is how you build extra rooms and convert it from wood to clay, and then add clay rooms. And here's where you can get a cooking fire, so you can turn the animals you get from here into food. Like I say, every time you hit one of these cornucopia, you have to feed them, and it's 2 food per person. So the more people, the more food you need. These represent the food. So you can pick them up from here, otherwise you've got to try and make them. So if you've got things like the ovens, like that, then a sheep becomes 2 food. Or you can, if you've got this oven, you can turn a corn and some wood into bread, essentially. So you're baking the bread using the wood to heat the oven to bake the bread. So part of the game is trying to score points. Part of the game is trying to grow your farm. And part of the game is trying to feed your men. You get, so you can see, you get a lot of tokens. You get your meeples for your 4 different colours for your up to 4 player play, and a token that shows you what turn you're on. You get a big bag of cardboard tokens representing the food. And again, you've got 5s here for when you start getting a lot of food. You get a tiny bag of sheep. Lovely. You've got to have them. My favourite, this is what I always like lots of on my farms. Pigs, little boars. A bag of them. Where's the other one? Finish the animals. Get a nice bag of cows. Then your resources. Little wood tokens, made of wood, quite nicely. Flax tokens, not made of flax, made of wood again. And then we've got clay, getting coloured, so it looks like little clay blocks. And we've got our corn, our seed, whatever. In here, you've got some, in case you run out because people are storing them for big jobs or to score points. You've got some that can represent multiples. And also, much ignominy. If you can't feed your people, you have to go begging, and you lose 3 points every time you have to go begging. You can build stables so that the fields are more effective. So if a field like this, it's got 2 black paw prints. Come on, don't be shiny. 2 black paw prints there. Put a stable in. It's 4, so you can have 4 animals in it. And then you've got much bigger ones. These are the ones I like, full of pigs, doubled up. It's great stuff. Okay, so you can get these big fields. Obviously, they cost more. And weirdly, don't score you anymore, but do let you have more animals. Now, I hope that's an idea of what you get. Each round, you get however many actions you've got people. So once you get to this section, then obviously you can keep adding more workers as long as you can feed them, and as long as you've got rooms at this stage. You need to have a room. When you get near the end, you can see in this one, there is no room showing. Look here, need a room. Here, no room. So if your opponent's running away with it, near the end, you can quickly just make people and send them to work. Go! Get me. So that's it. It's a really good game. It's really fun. It's really... One of the things that me and my wife like about this game is, yeah, you're competing. You want to win. But while you're playing, you're trying to build your own little farm. And it may be that early on, someone takes a turn, takes one of these spaces, because you can't go on once someone's on, it's blocked. So you might say, oh, I'm going to build a field of some kind and start getting animals. You go on then, suddenly you can't do it. You've got no wood to buy the fields with. So you go, oh, do you know what? I can do this though. Right, so I'm going to start doing... So suddenly you become that you're planting more corn rather than doing more animals. And you just float with that, and you're trying to build that out then, make that more successful. Try and work out how, because you only score these if they're in the field. So when you plant it, you get 3 in the field. Each harvest, you're taking 1 out, you're harvesting some. So trying to make sure that at the end of the game, when you're scoring, you've got as many of them in the field as you can to score the points. So it can, just because of something somebody else does earlier on in the game, it can change the way that you approach that particular game. So it's really cool, but you are tend to be focused on building your own little farm up rather than, oh, what are they doing? Oh, how can I beat them? How can I stop them doing that? And I really like that. Whereas I think in full Agricola, you'll find that actually you have to, sometimes you'll find yourself doing things to take up a space, to stop them from having it. There's some other great games like this as well. I'm going to be doing more of these not unboxings, but what's in the box of games we've got. This is available on the web store. Like I say, it's about $13.50, which I think you'll agree for the amount of stuff you get in the box. And this is a game that my little boy loves it. He's 6, nearly 7, but he gets it. He can play it. I'm not saying he plays it brilliantly, but like I say, part of the fun is at the end he can still show and say, "Oh, look, I've got my little sheep farm or my pigs or cows." I think he likes cows. He likes having lots of cows about. So yeah, I'm sure there'll be playthroughs somewhere. Have a look at it. Like I say, it's great value. Any questions as ever, come and find us at Game Club Tabletop. I'm Duncan. I'm always happy to talk about board games, as you can tell by the fact that a short unboxing has gone on for 11 minutes. Thanks a lot. Join us next time, and hopefully we'll be looking at another family-friendly game, one of my favourites. Bye for now.